Since I met Adiba back in 2019, there were a number of reasons why I was really drawn to her story and why I wanted to interview her for Avid. You know, on one hand, I saw this incredibly bright, spirited girl who loves her life, but at the same time, she's not afraid to talk about really difficult, if not insufferable topics.
In this day, 9 years ago, I tried to make suicide.
What I love about what you're putting into the world is that you're not only showing, you know, like the good things in your life and the adventures and the exciting things, but you're also sharing the stuff that doesn't look so great, the sad
Exactly.
stuff, you know.
The stuff that's real. But one thing that really stood out to me about Adiba is just, this girl just doesn't give a fuck.
I find out it was not my problem. And right now I don't care who likes me, who don't likes me, like it's my life. I just living my life.
You know, I think that cultivating that sort of attitude is really important in the healing process from a mental illness or disorder, just to protect against the stigmas and opinions that society does have and has tagged mental illness with. You know, I think that we can all agree that there is nothing productive about feeling more shame for something that you have likely spent the majority of your life already feeling shame for. Adiba grew up in Ukraine, and while now there are laws against bullying in Ukraine, there weren't when she was younger. So between the ages of 11 and 14, Adiba was bullied quite extensively.
But my classmates, yes.
Yeah.
They like was bullying me, like, and it was like a bit really putting me down, and I start to close myself, start to like no show to the world who I am, because this world like not understands me. And you know what? When you're living in this society who really like pressure on you and make you believe
that something is wrong with you,
one day you start to believe.
You start to believe. As humans, we are designed to be social creatures, finding our place and purpose among our peers, and bullying has devastating effects.
This feeling when nobody did believe in you, almost nobody. Even I did not believe in myself a bit. Sometimes I betray myself.
First time I was 17 years old. In 17 years I decided I did nothing great in my life for this world, and like my life is useless. It was a like real reason. Can you understand? The person 17 years old, like
You know, that's the thing about development, that everyone in the world seems to try to just sweep under the rug, but your development comes with you. It's how you developed. So, you know, still battling this low opinion of herself, Adiba would get into a marriage with a man who abused her. And so it would be at this time that she had her second attempt to end her life. She was 21 years old.
and after marriage I find out this is a monster. This person was really blackmail me, tell me like you will not break up this marriage, I will kill you, I will find you, your family and everybody. And I was so much mental not stable, so I was thinking just one way to escape is escape this life.
After all of this, in 2017, Adiba would get in an accident. She was getting off of a metro and ice fell from a nearby building.
I feel like something really kicked me in the head. I was like shocked, I can't see nothing.
The ice had hit her. Her MRI showed that the impact had caused traumatic swelling and a 40% loss of connectivity between the left and right sides of her brain. Her neurologist let her know that the next 3 months were going to be scary.
And I tell you one thing, next 3 months can happen anything. If you pass 3 months, you will be alive. but you should to be ready, anything can happen in 3 months.
She lost her sense of taste and smell. She would become dizzy and disoriented easily. She had chronic migraines. But the hardest thing for her was that every time she would feel an emotion, her migraines would get substantially worse. So in order to avoid physical pain, and at the recommendation of her doctors, she learned how to disconnect herself from her emotions, the good and the bad.
And I was really find out emotions hurt me much, and I was thinking, oh my god, how to live without emotions, like half of that already. And I slowly learned to like feel less, get less excited, like calm down myself. And it was good for healing, but it was bad because it's not me.
And this developed inability to feel or express emotions became particularly damaging to Adiba when her mom passed away 2 years later in 2019. Growing up in Ukraine, Adiba's family had a lot of post-Soviet Union influences. There was this culture of preparation, preparing for the future, and it was very difficult to be present.
Because my mom is like post-Soviet Union person who always prepared the life for the future. We really have some collection of dishes at home, what we never used. And I find out after she died, her future never came.
In October of 2019, a week after Adiba's birthday, her mom would pass away unexpectedly.
Because I remember this day, like I take mom, we say we go to the hospital, maybe she needs some surgery in her belly, it's like nothing really bad going on. And we came to the hospital, we helped her to change clothes, and that's it. And my mother never come back. Can you imagine? No one tell her goodbye, no one come to see her. And for me, this part was the worst. It's like you come to the hospital for some checking, and it was like her last trip in her life. My mom died 21st, we made funeral 24, and I can't cry. On the own mother funeral, I can't cry. It took 2 months to start me to cry. I think I was cried for a couple of hours, screaming, crying, everything. And after this I find out my head doesn't hurt. It's like first time I'm crying after accident, my head doesn't hurt. Really big step for me to start to feel everything, let myself to feel everything, express everything.
So I lied at the beginning. My favorite aspect about Adiba actually is just her insane mindset towards each of her struggles.
You learned that the hard way.
I mean, she verbalizes just these massive, incredibly powerful statements.
She said to me, you know what, daughter, sometimes life gives you second chance in everything. But sometimes life never gives you second chance. You should find any chance that you have in life and make it like you never will have second one.
That just reflect her ability to find hope and excruciation and to turn some of the most debilitating situations really just into her power.
My accident for me is like some blessing. When I heard this number, maybe I have just 3 months in life. Since this day, I start to love life like I really live just one day. And after this, I really start to live more. Like I put more life in my days, like less planning, more living.
And she wants nothing more than to just to share that with others.
Because right now, who I am right now, I'm completely myself. And I'm truly freely to be myself. And I was like on my 17th thinking I did nothing in this life. If somebody like me will tell me story, I think I will get big inspiration too. It's like I already passed it. For me, it means just my past. I don't live the story anymore, but someone still is suffering and this story can maybe change something. This will be very great.